Welcome back to Texas Top Homes, where home buying, selling, and financing are all simplified. I'm your host, Freeman Sawyer, and with me is my co-host, Nancy Curry. Joining us today are two of Texas Top Realtors, Robyn and Lanae from C21 Judge Fight. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
And then once they find the perfect home, how long do you like to see it take to close? And does the buyer?
I would say the average is going to be about 25 to 35 days. Typically, VA loans take a little longer to close, but it doesn't. I mean, it really depends on the seller's timeline. If you need to close quickly, you're going to need a good lender. So, for instance, Skyline, I mean, they have a system in place. You need a lender that has a system in place. When we're calling on these lenders for these multiple offer situations, I'm looking to see who has a system, and I want to know because I need somebody to follow up with me at all times. Keep me in the loop about what's happening. When is the appraisal ordered? When is it scheduled to be back in? These are all very important things.
Music to my ears.
Okay, good.
And just for the record, it's not the VA loan that takes longer. It's actually the VA appraiser.
It's the VA appraiser. They have that 14 days. Yeah, then they do. They have that 14 days to get their appraisal done. So we know that takes a little bit longer, and that's okay because sometimes a seller may need that time period.
Well, you certainly don't want to get with a lender who is dragging their feet and not knowing the processes and doesn't have something in place where you can actually close on time, because then you have homeless buyers.
Yes, so we don't want people to be homeless.
We do not like homeless.
No.
Then you have a last minute lease back, I think.
Yeah, and it makes for a more frustrating process.
Yeah, you don't want your buyers to be scrambling.
No, definitely not.
So previously you had said if you're renting a property, probably start looking 2 or 3 months out. What if you're selling your property? Our houses are selling quickly. Is it common that people still do a 2-month lease back so they get a little extra time in there? I know you like it, but is that common?
I would say the average is probably a few days, but you're seeing a lot more 2 and 3 week lease backs, and they're free, for the seller. So it depends on how many offers are on the table, how many, and how much time they need. So if the seller already has a plan, which we really encourage our sellers to have a plan as well, but if the seller has a plan, then they probably don't need a lease back. But if they don't have a plan and they're saying, I'm going to put my house in the market, I'm hoping to sell it, and if I do, I don't know where I'm going to go, but I can probably find temporary housing, whatever I need to do, that buyer needs to be accommodating, and that's the key.
A smart buyer's agent will ask when they're putting in their offer, what would set my offer above somebody else's? So, if your seller needs that, then a smart buyer's agent's going to ask that.
That's a good question and good advice from two good gals. I appreciate it. Okay, if folks are looking for you on the line, what's your website?
We're at www.robynandlanae.com.
And if they want to reach out to you by cell phone or by phone, how do they get you?
My cell phone is 817-703-2012.